What's up guys, it's Ed from TechSource, and today we're going to be taking a look at a very cool projector from Nebula. If you guys didn't know, Nebula is a sister company to Anker, and hopefully the quality we've come to expect from them translates here as well. So this is made to be portable. Its dimensions are 5x7x5. There's also a leather-like strap that makes it even easier to carry around. There's even a regular tripod thread on the bottom that enables mounting this device in any orientation you like. But don't let the size fool you. This thing is packing some impressive hardware. The system relies on a 64-bit 1.5 GHz quad-core ARM processor with 8 GB of RAM. The 3000 lumen lamp projects an image between 40 and 300 inches. Unfortunately, there isn't any zoom, so to change the image size, you're gonna have to move the projector closer or further away from the wall. Of course, the bigger the image is, the less sharp it's going to be, with a max resolution of 1280 by 800. And for reference, you guys can find a full 1080p projector online for $500, while the Mars projector is on sale for $600 right now with a retail price of $800. The extra cost comes from its portability, which entails it to have its own speakers as well as a built-in battery. I've been using this device for about 3 weeks now, and I've got a pretty good idea of its limitations as well as its strong points. But with that said, let's begin the review. So first off, it feels very durable, and since it's made mostly out of plastic, it weighs only at 4 pounds. I wouldn't necessarily say I feel comfortable accidentally dropping this thing, but I wouldn't worry about bumps or light impacts. For input, we get a single HDMI 2, a USB 3, and a headphone jack. The holes on both the left and right sides are for the JBL speakers. Pulling down the cover turns the system on, and vice versa. The fan kicks in and the Android-based interface kicks on. The fan does get a bit audible, but it's not too loud and it's not distracting. The interface is very simple to use with the included controller, which works with infrared, but luckily you don't have to be behind the projector for it to work. Unfortunately, the UI is a little too simple for my liking. I don't understand why they didn't just ship this out with Android TV. We don't get much apps here either. Instead, we get a few Nebula improved ones, but luckily since it runs on Android, I can install APKs directly from a USB drive. Not the most seamless of solutions, but it still works. Besides its shortcomings, where this projector really shines is in its picture quality. Open up some media and you are greeted to awesome colors and a 10,000:1 contrast ratio. And with a brightness of 3000 lumens, you don't necessarily have to be in a dark environment, even though that would be preferred. Obviously, it's a projector. Aside from the great picture quality, we also have great audio quality. Believe it or not, you guys can even Bluetooth sync this to some speakers, but I didn't find that necessary because it does come with dual 10-watt JBL speakers inside. They've got solid performance throughout the lows and highs and have a surprising amount of bass. In fact, here's a quick audio test. Now there are programmed image profiles, but I found myself using the user mode and fine-tuning my own image. We get control over the color temperature, the brightness, RGB brightness, contrast, and even the wall color if we're not projecting onto a white wall. Something to note here is if you're actually running off the battery of the device, it's limited to a certain level of brightness. Obviously, if you can, I do recommend plugging it straight into the wall so you can get that extra layer of brightness as well as picture quality. It does have a 19,500 mAh battery, which is claimed to last up to 3 hours, and for my usage, it was actually pretty accurate. What's also cool is that you can even charge your own device using the built-in battery, which is a nice touch, but do keep in mind that it does drain the battery of the overall projector a lot faster. Something I was surprised to see included in the software is Apple AirPlay support. To mirror my iPhone screen, all I have to do is click on the device on the AirPlay menu on my iPhone. This makes sharing content or just playing my mobile games on a larger scale much easier. If you own an Android device, you can also mirror your screen or cast content as though this was an official Google device. The image is 60 FPS, so playing games was also great. Actually, to be more accurate, playing games was on another level. Plug it in a console and watch how your games become much more immersive. I'm not too sure what the input lag is, but it must have been not too high because I didn't really notice it and it didn't affect my gameplay at all. If you guys are looking for a projector that sits at home and doesn't have much versatility beyond that, then I would say skip this. You'll find cheaper alternatives on Amazon. But if you're looking for something more mobile, that has great image and sound quality wherever you are with decent battery life, I recommend you guys to check this one out while it's still on sale. I'll drop a link below if you guys want to check it out. If you guys enjoyed the video and are feeling awesome, feel free to drop a like to show your support, and if you guys didn't like it, feel free to dislike as well. Thank you so much again for watching, and I will see you in the next one.